gentlemen, today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Come on, set!
They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On third down, Love. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Javon Kinlaw drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Lance now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. Caught by Montgomery. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lance. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. For the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes. Was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Black ultra. Smash head.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw now, here's Love. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready?
Throwing now is Lance.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Red, cycle. Blaster, six. Right.
Lance looks to throw again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Throwing. Love. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts. Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Red. Yellow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Drill green. On the ball.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 70 yards. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Here's Lance to throw it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Looking to throw again on second down. Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Love looking to throw it. He'll go up top here for Hamler. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 68 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lance now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Lance looking to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Black Ultra.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Love. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Love's throw complete to Rager. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Love. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Chigakonkwo, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach is off.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Javonte Williams, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Finding room at midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Let's go. Red, yellow.
From midfield, here's Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Following the interception, Love.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that is incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
On the double.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready?
Love now. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Play action this time with Love. Rolling to his right.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
38. Ready.
Going back to Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken at the goal line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we
The
go.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, cross field. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Love finding Williams on the check down. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Love. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Black Ultra on the ball.
In his own end zone, it's Lance. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. On 1st down, Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Boye Mafe in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Hey, man. Field black.
On 2nd and 9, Love. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 2nd and goal, Love. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Justin Jefferson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On second down, Williams. About 3 yards there to the 27.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Touchdown, Dolphins. K.J. Hamler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now here is another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Love. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. If this game is gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Watcher, 6. Ready.
Love, they go play action now. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
69 yards.
And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
Ready?
After the sack on first down,
Love.
and this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Blue striker. Field black. Yellow, go. Stick, mega.
On play action, Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
First down, Miami.
On the set. Strikers, 3-3.
Love now to pass on first down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Love looking to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 67 yards.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Number 38.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On play action. Love to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And as this defense walks off the